Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of the 10th to the 16th of February. And for some reason I was going to say a totally different month, which is not even near this time of year. Okay, I'm using my Archangel Michael cards. We are in the week of Valentine's, so a lot of relationship stuff is coming up. So let's see what's in store for you, Capricorn. Not a lot of cards came out for you, so this will be quite interesting. Go intuitively with what feels right, so let's see what's in store. So this is in reverse, so this wants you to pay attention. With this deck, if it's in reverse, it's like, hey, pay attention, need you to know this. Obviously it wants you to listen to the entire reading. It's kind of just more emphasis on it. Focus on divine and perfect health. So I feel like this is saying it's the time for you to start doing what's right for you, doing the work that's necessary. I do think that you need to really look at what you are allowing to fill your mental space. I feel like there's a lot of healing work for you, and I feel like this is now the time that that's coming back around. So anything that may be triggering feelings within you is a really good insight to where the work needs to be. It's about acceptance, forgiving, and love, and not kind of sometimes when things come to our awareness, we be in a more negative state. Now we have to remember that the brain naturally will think of the negative first as an instinctive, protective thing for us, right? It's like the initial thing is, wait, is it safe, right? So that negative thought is a protection reflex, not truth, not facts. And we are not, I think you need to tell yourself that you are safe. Nothing is going to harm you at the moment, so you can process things. I think it's a time for you for processing. That's what I'm getting here. And I think that this is helping you to heal and be in a space that's going to make your goals be achievable, because you're not stuck in a place of was. You're stuck in a place of what actually is, and what is no longer, what is releasing what's harmful for you, and knowing that you are secure and whole and healthy, which means focusing on things that are good for your health. So look at your lifestyle. Are you making good choices for yourself? Are you where you want to be in life now? And if you're not, what is stopping you? Releasing and letting go of things that are harmful, but making good patterns and habits that are going to help you to come into a more healed space. And this really is about focusing on your health. So I would say, again, making good choices. Could be diet, it could be again just letting go of habits that are hindering you in your growth and maybe causing harm to you. Also, this can represent getting the help that you may need, whether it be going to a doctor, getting a massage, having the actual spiritual help, so therapy, or doing the inner child work that you need to do. This is about doing things that are good for the soul, and that effectively helping you in terms of the body and spirit coming in alignment with each other. Next, we have two reverse cards. Actually, your entire reading is upside down, so just pay attention. I feel like Capricorn, the energy of Archangel Michael is scolding you. So maybe have you been paying attention? Take your time to make this decision. I do feel like you need to honor yourself and give yourself time. Decide to be happy now is about living in the moment. So take your time making this decision means that this is not a time for you to be acting on impulse. And I think where I said that, again, that first initial negative reaction is not the authentic truth. I think working with that and understanding that we don't have to react impulsively and irrationally to things, but he wants you to live in the moment. So again, I feel there's this sense of letting go of the past and stop living in the past. You can't live in the past. You're not there. But if you're trying to, you're not living in the moment. You're not able to appreciate the now. So you're not living in a healthy state of deciding to be happy now, making the right choices for yourself, in alignment with your goals, in alignment with who you want to be, and also getting you into this state of peace that we all should be living in, but barely any of us are. And I feel like this is your time to take a moment, allow yourself this moment of grace, to be living in the moment, living in the present, and not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past. Again, deciding to be happy now. So again, appreciating the small little things that are around you right now. This person you're asking about is trustworthy, which means anything that is influencing the things that are triggering you, it's saying they're coming from a place of love. They don't mean you any harm, and I believe that it's saying that they're just living their life. They're not even really trying to impact your life. Maybe your lives are connected in some way, shape or form, and that has to be the way it is. It's saying that it's coming from a place of love, so you shouldn't be allowing it to impact you negatively, because again, they're not doing anything to harm you, so it shouldn't be harming you. If it is this a self-reflection thing that needs to happen, and realigning your intention, your direction in alignment with your path, and where your focus needs to be. This card, when it comes up, I do feel like there needs to be a focus and a direction, and it kind of points out really like the situation is trustworthy. So are you going and focusing on the wrong things, or are you focusing on the right things? That's what I was saying. Now, you are guarded and protected during this time, which means that things are working in your favor. Things are going the way that they should, but also it can act as a reminder to guard and protect yourself from outside influences. I feel like there's things that impact your life because, again, being in this stressor response, being in the past, can make you feel like you need to be on defense, but you are secure. You are in a safe space now. If you live in the moment, live in the present, you'll realize that you are where you need to be, and that really what you view as a threat isn't, because again, you're guarded, you're protected, you have built where you are now. If you look at the present, you don't need to use the tools that once protected you. And I kind of get the sense of protected your heart, something that you just no longer need to be in that energy, because again, your heart is guarded and protected. Even if, I feel like I wanted to say, even if things aren't where you viewed yourself to have meant to have been now. Favorable outcome. Saying things are going, this is again another card like, was it decide to be happy now? Yep. It's those two cards are saying you're on the right path. It's a favorable outcome. Again, this card does say focusing on the good things will bring good things to you. And it does as well say that things are shifting and changing to be working in your favor. If you're worried about home, your home is protected by angels. This card can really fundamentally be worries and concerns about things that mean the most to you, things that make you feel secure. So I do feel that that in essence is something for you to be working on. Again, is making you feel secure in life. When you don't feel secure in areas of home, of whatever you view as home, sometimes that is just feeling comfortable within ourselves, in our relationships, in anywhere. It's saying that it is guarded and protective and safe, so you can let yourself let your guard down. If you're wanting a move, this basically says that it is time to move on and move into a new home. Maybe that what you considered home no longer serves you, so it's time to let go and release that. And also this can literally mean that in terms of moving logistics, is that it will go smoothly and things will go all well. So again, it kind of just says don't worry. Now, this is a position where we have 4 cards in the same place. I'm really getting through this weekly reading. We're already at the end almost of your reading, and we're like 8 minutes in. Innocence. So you may be feeling very vulnerable at the moment. I'm going to turn all these cards around, but they're in reverse, as all of them are, so pay attention to the energy it wants you to witness. This is saying that you are a vulnerable being, and to honor and protect yourself in this same way as you would if you were your own child or if you were your pet, giving yourself the grace and understanding that you are coming from a place of love as well, and that you deserve love and joy and happiness. And again, I want to remind you that you are the adult of your life, so you are the one that can provide those things for yourself, and it starts by offering yourself those things, to acknowledge that you shouldn't accept anything less from anybody else as well. You and your loved ones are safe. If you do have concerns, the fact that this has come up next after your home is protected by angels, I feel like you are kind of worried about family or dynamics in that, and it's saying they're safe, they're loved, they're protected. Children specifically, if that is a worry, I would say that you need to know that they are fine, they're loved, and they are happy. But again, with this coming above the innocence, it's knowing that you are safe and making sure, I feel like this is really being drilled into you. You are safe. So no more having to act on this stressor response of feeling that you need to protect your heart and your energy. You are safe now, so now is the time to let down that guard, rebuild yourself from this state of knowing that you are safe, you're not in danger, you're not about to be attacked by a wild animal, so your stressor responses don't have to act as such. Energy healing work is the exact same as the focus on divine and perfect health, in the sense that it's time to work on healing that energy. So you are going through a healing period. Again, that can bring up the feeling of discomfort, feeling discomfort in where you're at because you are healing. Okay, so positive thoughts create positive results. Being with this, it is a mindset change. I feel like you are releasing a mindset that you've held on so close as a protective armor. I feel like that is shedding from you. And if it does feel like you are vulnerable during this time, emotions, heightened dimensions, it's reminding yourself to see the positive and see the love, deciding to be happy now. So again, anything negative is probably not... It's either, I would say, if it's an internal thought, it's not true. If it's a negative impact that's happening you, like a dynamic of something changing that's scaring you, it's like, see the positives in that. What is this creating for you? Is it opening up new opportunities in future? If so, we need to focus on that positive benefit of this rather than focusing on the lack or the loss. Kind of doing that, and that makes sense with your final card with what this is. As always, I'm telling you guidance before. I don't even need the cards, but I use them as my tool to trigger things in my connection, I guess, so that I understand the energy clearly. And it's detached from the situation, which means take yourself out of the deep, like... Sometimes most of the time, when we're in a situation, even if something pops up, we can irrationally all of a sudden let that embody us completely. We are so involved, especially if it's like accusations or something, or a situation that's impacting a change in our life. We can get so stuck in it that we're not functioning to our best ability. We are, again, in that fight and flight response. We're responding to it as though we've been attacked and we're in a war and we're fighting for our lives, which is insane, but that's what we naturally do, right? So don't worry, Capricorn. It's not like we're not beating ourselves up over this. It's a natural response that you are trying to shift and change into something more productive. And I do get a lot of growth and change within you, and this is just you really reaching the tip of it, bringing yourself into this new transitional period of new beginnings, a new chapter, new livelihoods. I don't know. And this is saying to look at the situation objectively and reshift your focus to where it matters. So not letting yourself be drowned by the emotional response. You are safe and you are charging forward into a direction that is where you want to be, and potentially where you have been in that self-protection. You don't feel safe there in that self-protection, but it's a safety response, because I feel like where you're heading is towards security, is towards love and understanding and acceptance into this healed space. And where you've been never made you feel that way, I feel, but I feel like it was comfortable. You got adapted to it, and now because you're moving away from that, it's scary, it's vulnerable, it might feel hard, but again, focus on the positives that you are gaining from this. I feel like that's the strength in this healing journey that you are on. And I don't believe in full toxic positivity, but I feel like you specifically, Capricorn, this reading is saying toxic negativity. So how do we counteract something in excess? Is we try and inject the opposition into it to bring it into a balance. We need to balance that negativity with positivity to bring it up to a level playing field of light and dark, doing our shadow work. So we are a balance. So it is okay for you to be focusing more on the positive, to change that mindset, to change the way that you have viewed the world for quite some time, and bring it into an actual reality, rather than, again, fabrication of our insecurities and self-defense. So Capricorn, I hope that made sense for you. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next month. Thank you.